in Java class. In this video, we will study about how can you handle or how can you find out the output of simple loop programs. How can you handle this, how can you solve this for loop problems, or not only for loop, for all the loop problems, how can you handle? Okay.
Analyze the following program segment and determine how many times the body of the loop will be executed. What will be the output of the program? That's the question. Then what's the first question?
So third question. What's the question? Int p is equal to 200 while true. If p less than 100, break p is equal to p minus 20. Close the bracket. System.out.println p. This is our question. See, in this question they used while loop and if loop. And usually we will. What's the first value of p? 200. Usually we are getting inside this while bracket a condition. Okay. But here they directly give the true statement. When we are working with a while loop, when the condition is true, it will go inside or the program will execute. If the condition is false, it will not execute. It will terminate the program. Like that way we are doing. Okay. But in this problem, directly they had given the true statement in the condition bracket. Then we have to, then that means always it will work. That is the meaning of this true statement. That means always the program will execute. But see, listen here. Inside the curly bracket, we have a condition to terminate your loop. What is the condition? If p less than 100, break statement is there. Then what's the use of this break statement? Do you know? To terminate the program. Okay. That means when the program will execute after when it met this condition, it will break or terminate the loop. Then we have to find out the value of final value of p. How? We will give the value of p as 200. Okay. Then we can apply here. When first we will check this condition. While loop is true, then it will go inside. If p is less than, now the value of p is 200 less than 100. This is a false condition now. Okay. Then it will not take this statement. It will not break the program. Then it will take the next statement. What is the next statement? P is equal to 200. That means p, the value of p is equal to 200. 200 minus 20, you will get a 180. Okay. Again it will go there up to when the condition met, up to there it will work. Again it will check the condition. Now also true. Go inside. That means second time 100. Now the value of p is equal to 180. 180 less than 100. Now also it is false. Okay. Then you will get p is equal to 180. Now the value of p is equal to 180. 180 minus 20, you will get 160. Okay. Then again it will go. Then the condition is true. Again it will apply here. 160 less than 100. Now also it is false. Then it will not take this condition. It will take this condition. P is equal to 160 minus 20. Okay. Which value you will get? 140. 4 times 140 less than 100. Again it will do like this. 100. The condition is false. Then you will get a p is equal to 140 minus 20. You will get a 120. Okay. Next, 120 less than 100. The condition is false. Then the value of p is equal to 120 minus 100. We will get a 100. Okay. Then 6 times 100 less than 100. This condition is also false, because if the 100 is less than or equal to, then now the condition met, we will break the program. But the 100 less than 100, that condition is also false. Then you will get a p is equal to 100 minus 80. 100 minus, there is a mistake in this one. 120 minus 20. Okay, here also 100 minus 20 will get a 80. Value is 80. Okay. Now the sixth time you will get the value as 80. But it will again work, because the condition in this while loop they had given as true. Again it will work. 7th times also this loop will work, and it will work 7 times, and after that it will check the condition like this: 80 less than 100. Now the condition is true, it is less than 100. Then it will, which statement it will execute? This statement, that means break statement. Okay, now it will break the program, or it will terminate the program, because the condition is true. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times false, it will continue, but whenever met the correct condition or true condition, it will break the program. Okay, that means now the value, but the loop will execute how much time? 7 times. How many times it will execute? 7 times. How? Because this true loop will work out. Okay, then final value of p is equal to 80. Okay, what's the final value of p now? 80. After terminating this loop, which value will be printed? The final value of p. That means output, you may write like this: output is equal to 80. How many times also they will ask. This is a logical question. You have to study carefully, because like this program will come for the exam also. Which, how much times? 7 times. Okay, 7 times. You mentioned this one also for the public examination. They will ask, or for the competitive examination also, they will ask like this question. You have to work out and use your brain and think and find out the answer. This is very simple if you understand the logic of this question. Okay. Fourth question: 4 into m is equal to 5, m less than equal to 20, m plus equal to 5, within curly bracket, if m mod 3 double equals 0, break, else if m mod 5 double equals 0, system dot out dot println m, then semicolon, continue. Okay, it's a new type question, but it's also very simple. How can you do this one? See, first we have to check the for loop. What's the starting value of m here? 5, and the condition is less than or equal to 20. But see the iteration here. Always, usually we are getting m plus plus, like that way we are getting. But here m plus equal to 5. What's the meaning of that one? This is a compound statement. We can write like this: m is equal to m plus 5. You see, 5 times it will be incremented. Okay, that means each time 5 will be incremented. First time, what are the values? You will get 5. Then 5 plus 5 you will get 10. Then 15 up to 20 it will work. Then you will get 4 times value. 4 times using 5. Each time it will be incremented by 5. Okay. Then that you will get. After that, what are the conditions? 4 times it will work. First we just imagine like that. Then go to inside. 5 mod first time, and the value of m is equal to 5. 5 mod 3 is equal to 0. Whenever you get as the remainder is 0, that means this operator is used to find the remainder. What's the use of that operator? Remainder. When you divide any number with this number, if you get the remainder as 0, the condition is true. It's true. And this operator is used to take the remainder. Okay. And if the condition is true, it will take the break condition. That means it will terminate the loop and it will stop the loop program. And if the condition is false, it will go to else part. And again it will check whether the number is mod 5 double equal 0. If it is equal to 0, it will print the value. These are the conditions. And at last you have a continuous statement. What's the use of this continuous statement? To pass through the previous iteration. Okay, to pass through the or the execution will pass to or goes to the previous iteration. That's the use of a continuous statement. Okay, then shall we check how it will work? The first step, the first value of m is equal to 5. Okay, then it will go inside. First time 5 mod 3 double equal not equal to 0. When we mod this number with this number, we won't get to 0. That means not equal to 0. Then we won't take this statement. Then it will go to next part, else part. Again it will take 5 mod 5. We will get that is equal to 0. 5 mod 5 is equal to 0. Okay. then it will print the value. Now the value of m is equal to 5. Okay, first time you will get this value will be printed because this statement is inside this bracket. If it is outside the bracket, the final value only will be printed. Understood all of you? Now it will be printed because inside this bracket, the statement is inside this bracket. Then second time, again it will take the value as 10 because they incremented by 5. Incremented by 5. That means you will get a 5 plus 5, you will get a 10. Then again it will take the condition 10 mod 3. You won't get the answer as 0 because not equal to 0 because this is not a factor of this 10. If it is a factor of this one, you will get a 0. Okay. Again it will go to the next condition 10 mod 5. This is a factor of this one. Because of that you will get the value as 0. Again it will print the value of this m is 10 also will be printed. Okay. Again it will continue. The condition is third time it will check the condition. That means m is equal to, now the value of m is equal to 50. Then go to inside. It will do this operation 15 mod 3. 3 is the factor of this 15. Because of that you will get the answer as 0. Okay. Then it will take this statement. If the condition is true, it will take this condition. This statement. The condition is true, then it will take this one. What's this statement? Break. That means it will stop the program and go outside. This program will not print the value of m. Why? Because already we stopped here. Okay. But now you will, how many values you will get as an output? Output as 5, 10. These are the values will be printed. Okay. But how many times it will be work? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Times. You can write like this 3 times because when the public examination, they will ask, all the public examination, they will ask like this question. You have to write the timing and the output also. At that time, you have to check how many times it will work like this way. When you write this program like this way, then only you can count correctly. Otherwise, you will make mistakes. Then you should write the processing also. Then you can easily find out the answer. Okay. 2 times it will be printed. But how many times it will work? 3 times. I think you all understood this one. This is also very simple. If you understand this one, please, what you will do? Please share to others. And if you want to get my previous videos, what we will do? Please subscribe my channel. And if you want to get the notification of next video, please press on the bell button. And I will give some more problems related to these loop problems. And you just type your answer through comment box. If you comment to me, I will give the reply. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. We will meet in the next video. Bye bye.